Maya has released her final statement. There is one last chapter in what had happened with respect to Adriana Lee coming out about her assault in the hands of a person by the name of CrazySlick, also known as Slick, in Austin. Basically, what had happened is for those of you who don't know, here, I'll just give you the quick, short, and easiest way to understand what was going on. Okay? At this point, I think people understand that, yes, Slick is a person that did really things. Okay, we completely understand that. There was another part of this process that was there was another part of this conversation that was about what level of involvement Mizkif had and what level of involvement Maya had with respect to covering up and defending Slick. One of the things that happened in this circumstance was one of the components that did not necessarily make sense was what Mitch Jones's take was on the matter itself, because he's the one who took this information, making very serious accusations that like Mizkif deliberately sent Maya over to Adriana's house, okay, saying, "You are Maya Higa." Like Mizkif said, "You are Maya Higa," the famous "You are Maya Higa" line, right? And two of the people that were involved in this, in the testimony of that offered corroborating evidence to Maya going there to deliberately cover it up were Mitch Jones himself, who also said conflicting statements over and over again, and this other dude named Barry, who from what I understand is not a very nice person. Okay, I think everyone involved in this has some degree of shittiness with the exception of the victim herself, okay? I still think what Kyle said on this stream makes sense, especially considering that what does Barry being a not very nice person have to do with it? You want me to go over what some of the new things I found out, or some of the things I found out that like make him a terrible character witness or a terrible witness in general? I'll just say it like this. I don't even want to touch any of that. That's why I only was talking about, Kyle and Adriana instead. Just know that this man has been banned from the platform permanently and has been banned for a very, very long time. In and of itself, like what Kyle had said on the stream does not contradict what Maya is saying either, really. I mean, Kyle could have and Adriana could have interpreted Maya's presence at Adriana's house as an intimidating component, as a coercive component. And that is a completely valid thing to say. I don't give a if Kyle was like making jokes about the events that took place. I don't give a about what all the stuff that you guys are saying in the chat, because what was still unacceptable in that moment, which Maya recognizes. So you guys are literally defending something that Maya herself is not defending, which is that there is still a coercive element there, given that it's Maya that went there. Now, I've said this already. I have a bias towards Maya, and I do think that she's a good person overall, but good people can do bad things sometimes in the heat of the moment without even realizing that they're doing bad things, okay? This is a fact that she herself has recognized as well and has apologized for, and has been getting fucking absolutely destroyed on the internet over in the most like sexist and fucked up ways possible, by the way. People being like, well, Maya had a slutty phase in college, so we already knew she was not like a good person or whatever. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Let's be real. This has turned into a Mizkif versus CO thing. Most people agree bad things were done, but the questions were they done intentionally or not? Yes. The final component of this conversation was whether Mizkif deliberately sent Maya over there, knowing full well that this was sexual assault and wanted to cover it up, okay, because it was his friend. And Mizkif, let's be real, especially in the conversations that were leaked in the conversation between Trainwrecks and XQC and everyone else, does look like he's still like fully defending Slick. But at that point, he still doesn't fully comprehend, because this is before Adriana's testimony live, that he doesn't fully comprehend what the fuck's going on and is trying to defend his friend. His friend is a creeper. His friend is a sexual assaulter. We all know that now. I knew that he was creepy even before that because of the twit longer that I had read. So his defense of Slick is unacceptable. I'm just giving you what his motivations might be, but it's still unacceptable, completely unacceptable. Especially at that point where like they're saying, Adriana's going to come out about sexual assault. What are you doing? And Mizkids, you should recognize that. Okay, again, you should be able to recognize that. For me personally, seeing Maya's involvement in this, regardless of whether or not she was completely oblivious to whether she was engaging in this coercive action or whether she didn't think it was actually sexual assault, because at the time people were completely confused as to what was going on, and went over there, it doesn't matter. It's still she still played a role in being coercive. Okay? So here is Maya's final statement on the matter. I'm going to read it. She came out with a tweet longer. Here's what Maya said. In my final statement, she came out earlier this morning. She said, I would like to first respond to the recorded call from last week that was aired on stream. I was not offered the opportunity to represent myself on that call, and thus what I said and my intentions on that day in question were misrepresented. I have already spoken my truth on stream, but in light of the false allegations brought upon me, I feel the need to speak it again on it again. I do not want to engage in nuke wars. I do not want to play games. I will only speak my own intentions and actions that day. I did not go to the house that day with the intention of manipulating Adriana's story. I did not cover up sexual assault. This would not be possible, as even Adriana did not consider the incident to be sexual assault until this past Monday. As she said on her stream, Adriana's feelings regarding the situation have rightfully changed that day, and I support her. On that day, I was only able to operate off the information that was given to me by Adriana and eyewitnesses at that time. Now, this is the part that is important. What Kyle and Adriana can attest to is whether or not they consider it, whether or not they told Maya again that no, it was sexual assault. We think it was sexual assault. We already know. Kyle tweeted it wasn't sexual assault, Hasan. We already know. Again, we already know. The whole situation is a great study on the tribalism of online communities. Or why did Maya tell Adriana to make definitive statements if Adriana said she was confused on whether it happened or not? I think that is the fucked up part of this conversation. If you don't think it's sexual assault, that is what I'm saying. I think like Maya's presence in that situation was coercive ultimately because she should not have been there while the tweet longer was being written. That's the main fuck up on Maya's behalf here. Whether she was oblivious to it being sexual assault or not, she should have handled it with more care. And a lot of people who are obviously like shitting on her on the internet, like they don't give a fuck. Like they themselves would not have been doing the right thing, but it doesn't matter. This is a good opportunity for everyone to understand how to deal with situations like this. The information was that there was no rape or sexual assault, but that CrazySlick had made Adriana uncomfortable. I supported Adriana in sharing this. I did ask about her experience, and I did go there with the intention of understanding the truth of the incident that occurred at the party in January of 2020. At the time, I thought this was the right thing to do. I fully understand that it was wrong, given my position, to insert myself into that situation. I apologize for the power dynamic and the harm I might have caused. It was irresponsible of me to not remove myself from the situation, and I take full accountability for making this mistake. I am deeply disappointed in my judgment and choices, and I am deeply sorry to Adriana for my involvement. I never intended for my status to influence Adriana. I would never knowingly protect the predator, and I would never threaten or discourage a victim from speaking out about their experiences. I absolutely condemn the actions of CrazySlick. I have privately apologized to Adriana and will publicly apologize again. I'm truly sorry for Adriana's experience with CrazySlick and for the experiences of other women who have shared their stories. I'm sorry, and I feel horrible for being part of the reason that Adriana has experienced everything that she has in the past year. I'm sorry that this has become a nauseating he said, she said battle. I've remained in this industry because I've always seen streaming as a means to an end, the end being a powerful platform for conservation education. For those of you who are still willing to support my platform, thank you. For those of you unwilling, I understand. I'm stepping away from my online platforms indefinitely. I'm sorry. Thank you all for reading. People that don't know, big deals. Maya has not spoken to the convo with Mitch and Miz. She's avoiding it for a reason. Also, Barry said this won't be good. She said this won't be good for your career. Why won't she address this? I wonder why she's avoiding those two contentious things. Because I'll tell you why. Okay, if that is true, which I have no reason to believe it's not, even though it's Barry saying it, but still. The reason why probably not addressing it is because she understands how it looks. Because in that circumstance, depending on whether it's sexual assault or not, depending on whether the victim feels like it was sexual assault or not, changes the dynamic of what you are saying. Okay? And Adriana might change how she feels, or maybe I misunderstood. But this actually does make sense given the context of the situation and given what Kyle has said and given what Adriana has said. Now it's up to Adriana to accept it or not. Okay? Bro, you're going to feel silly when you go down the LSF front page. Even if they deleted hundreds of tweets the day of the call, even if Kyle and his girlfriend deleted hundreds of tweets the day of the call, and I do agree with like Mitch and Barry not being trustworthy, which I have also mentioned that. I think Mitch showed that. Think about it this way. Mitch Jones personally is supposed to be the hero in this story, right? He's friends with Adriana. He goes to Train. He tells Train, like, I feel kind of fucked up about this situation that took place. And then because of his inconsistent fucking testimony, He literally comes out looking like one of the worst people involved in it because he's just in it for himself. Kyle that witnessed Adriana getting sexually assaulted, joking about it the day after and deleted tweets.
Jokes to her.
This stuff is, I don't agree with this either, by the way. Like, people, like, this comes across as like grasping at straws to me.
The day after the incident, okay.
Like, this does seem grasping at straws. It seems like you're doing the thing. Like, this is right before the party, right? If I kissed you last night, please let me know. Thanks. I was literally assaulted. You'll be hearing from my lawyers Tuesday. Do you know who my dad is? I'm not too sure because you were calling everyone daddy last night. Like the opposite and grasping at straws to not change your opinion. No, this is after the party, right? This is after the party. I don't think you guys understand what you're doing. Someone posted in a comment there. Is this all the evidence or whatever? On January 19, 2020, I went to Nova's 21st birthday party, and I went because I went with some of my closest friends. I believed that would be safe for me to enjoy. I got very intoxicated, and I ended up blacked out. Like, this is just like straight up trying to find anything and everything you can on a person who came out in an actual fucking sexual assault scenario, literally trying to turn it back on a victim. This is the original twit longer, and I'm using this as her context as to why she needs her friends Kyle and his girlfriend Anna to recall the events. I was told that I was kissing my best friend Anna and another one of my close friends at the time consensually. CrazySlick was following us around trying to kiss me, trying to kiss her, and at one point I was told that he and I ended up kissing. She reiterates in a statement that she does not remember. Of course she doesn't remember. She was fucking drunk. I don't know what this is supposed to imply here. She reiterates in a statement that she does not remember. She says, I was told that I was kissing my best friend Anna consensually. She then says, I was told that he and I ended up kissing. Now, she does not include consensually, implying that the kiss did not have her consent, even when she has no recollection of both kisses. Yes, because one is her friend. This is written by like a freakazoid, dude. One person that she is kissing, even if she is like unable to give consent, is still a friend, okay? There's a difference between, kissing your girlfriend on the cheek and then kissing a random woman on the street on the cheek, right? These two things are different, right? Are you trying to say that, like, she had the same level of involvement with fucking CrazySlick as she did with one of her best friends? There is a lot of gray area here, and the main component in this circumstance is always what the victim or the other person, the like receiving party, whether she's receptive or not. Consent cannot be given to individuals who are underage, intoxicated, or incapacitated by drugs or alcohol asleep. This applies to Anna as well. Jesus Christ. You're literally fucking saying like, whoa, why didn't she get mad at Anna? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's her fucking friend. You have to be completely obtuse. You have to be deliberately trying to act like you don't understand how human beings operate if you write something like this, okay? This is important because when given an unbiased recallment of the story, you should not be defending consensual kisses in an instance where the under-the-age drinker is not able to give consent for her actions. No, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane, dude. If she does not feel victimized, and this is a consistent take that I've had, if she doesn't fucking feel victimized by Anna, but feels victimized by Slick, then that's that. And you don't really need additional evidence for that, but there's plenty of additional evidence as to why it would be fucking weird. Yes, someone who's blackout drunk and kissing her friend is not going to feel the same level as like fucked up by kissing a random person. Whoever wrote this forgot to include the part where you can't consent when you were asleep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're trying to say that you were so blackout drunk that you don't remember who you were kissing, which means you couldn't give consent to the other person either. That's what they're trying to say. Where the underage drinker is not able to give consent for actions, this means Kyle's recallment of events cannot be trusted as a description of what Slick did that night because he himself was stated that he was mad that he/Slick tried to kiss his girlfriend, and he would definitely not give Slick the benefit of the doubt. This almost reads like it's fucking defending Slick, dude. I'm losing my mind. Yo, what happened last night? If I kiss you last night, please let me know. Thanks. This is the day after. This week confirms she does not remember, but mentions kissing someone, which is weird. No, it's not. That's not weird. This means she does not remember kissing Slick or Anna, and has not been told at this time what had happened when she was unconscious. Okay, that makes sense. I was literally assaulted. You'll be hearing. This is two friends who are just joking around with one another. I'm not too sure you were calling everyone daddy last night. This is Kyle's reply is, if I kiss you last night, please let me know. Thanks, with the sexual assault joke instead. Now listen, if you knew a case of sexual assault harassment happened, you would not be making this joke, especially to the victim. This assault joke he made was liked by Anna, his girlfriend, who was present in the room as the two of the witnesses. Okay, guys, I don't even understand what this is trying to, what you are trying to fucking say here. That like, I mean, I do understand it. It's pretty gross. I think what they're trying to say is that like, well, they made jokes about the events that unfolded last night. If it was like as serious as a fucking situation as they claim, in the moment, they would not be making jokes about it. And therefore, they changed their story to lie, is what they're saying, which is textbook fucking victim blaming. It's textbook fucking trying to stop and silence and suppress victims from coming forward. This is exactly what is wrong with having this sort of conversation. This is exactly why I always fucking say you have to deal with these matters in an incredibly delicate capacity. Slick in the amount or joking about sexual assault, what most likely happened is they found out some stuff about Slick later, and then now their opinion changed because there was more to the witness, more to his weirdness in their eyes. This still does not give the excuse to change the story to him assaulting her, since now who knows what would have happened had they not been there. Should not been used as absolutes. Wait, what? No, that absolutely. What? Even when there was no additional evidence that Slick was being weird, I literally said, if they weren't there, who knows what could have fucking happened as one of the reasons. And this was way back in fucking, again, when I first read the twit longer, because you don't just fucking go into a room where someone is passed the fuck out and touch them. This is literally like defending Slick. This is an insane, I don't even know what the call is, but this is an insane Imgur gallery here. Assumptions are being used freely in this scenario and are being used to amplify the encounter of a sexual assault. They saw it as what it was at the time. He was being a weird drunk idiot. No, he was being a weird drunk idiot who sexually assaulted someone, and the witness herself did not consider it at the time to be sexual assault, even though it was clear-cut sexual assault, textbook sexual assault. Instead of Slick turning around and changing his ways, apologizing to Adriana, making sure that Adriana felt welcome in this circle, and like literally never doing anything again, going to therapy, he was still creeping on fucking girls on the internet nonstop, being like, yo, check out my dick. This is an insane fucking thing to put together when you have the benefit of fucking hindsight. If he had done anything inappropriate, I'm sure Kyle would have stopped them, and this would have been the headline. Kyle has not stated to not like Slick in that moment. Wait, they did though. He did. He was like, get away. They literally got him away. They got Slick away from Adriana, who was passed the fuck out. That's crazy. Feeling so alone, like I'm so fucked up I can't connect with shit. Music helps, but sometimes I need help. This Mitch tweet seems like he's depressed for some reason, and now we know he has been told by Train about the house visit and how he feels bad about that day. I don't give a fuck who comes after me, who puts me in their sights. If you win every day, you're a fake and a fraud. I don't give a fuck if when I call you out, you suddenly lose on that day. Fuck off. You're all scammers. You're all fucking trash. Fuck the gambling section. What? This is a deleted post from Train in the morning of the Mitch post. He seems unhinged about something. What the fuck? Okay, this stuff is so unrelated. Fuck affiliate codes, fuck fake money deals. How can streamers get viewers hooked when they themselves aren't taking the same shit risk they want to expose others to? Fucking dog shit section. This is a deleted post from Train in the morning in the Mitch post. He seems unhinged about something that I tried to find, something that would trigger him so much, but there was a clue in the Hasanabi stream that included Train, XUC, and Adriana. On 9/20/2022, in his Hasanabi's VOD, you can go to 043730, and Adriana brings up a DM Train Center on 9/11/2021, 2 months after the twit longer. In the VOD, Train's DMs to Adriana reads as follows: you tell me what you need from me to feel in power again. I've been a lone wolf in the scene for a reason. I know how disgusting PG-13 role models can be. Is this not the DM of a person who wants to take advantage of someone? No, it's not. Listen, I'm no fucking fan of Trainwrecks, but no. Like, even if I think Trainwrecks is... no, it's not. This is crazy. Also, that tweet is like Trainwrecks calling out other gambling streamers that are taking, like, affiliate codes and shit. Sketchy behavior and a breakdown of all the events that no one is covering. Kyle going on a dating show with CrazySlick is also on. Like, which one is Kyle here? Just to prove that he's in the streaming space. Okay, got it. I don't know what this has anything to do with, like, his testimony originally of being in the room, but what a cast, yeah. So Kyle didn't mind being on a show with Slick. I was asked to be on there. I'm friends with Austin and Gondok. Okay, let's continue. Kyle and CrazySlick's chat. What the fuck you stream? Give me some content, lol. What bothers you about streaming? Just imagine yourself on stage with every person watching you. Kind of annoying when people's chats are flying, though. While this is, being used to cast doubt on Kyle's testimony, I'm going to go ahead and state that, once again, keeping up appearances with a person who is behaving in a creepy capacity to your friend or sexually assaulting your friend does not change the reality of what took place. Adriana addresses the events that Novaru talked about the night before. Here it is. July 7th, Miz and Maya talk about what Novaru had said on her stream and what Adriana had tweeted. Adriana, while watching Mizkif talk about her twit longer and what Novaru had said, throwing up, glad he said something nice about it and is being very respectful and nice to me. Wait, this doesn't prove what you think it proves. Also, fucking weebs, man. Jesus Christ. Why are they saying that this is... Wait, I don't understand. This tweet doesn't read the way that the people who wrote it think it does. If anything, it's just... Miz was being nice on stream that day. You can watch it back to this day. Okay. Adriana tweets explaining it was better to clarify the situation. Adriana explaining why she felt a need to post a tweet longer. Adriana saying that by textbook definition, what happened was sexual harassment, not assault. Okay, but that doesn't, no. If we're looking at textbook definitions, it was sexual assault. You can't say it's sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is what Slick did to other women. July 19th, somewhere around this time, Mitch Jones talks about Adriana with Tyler. According to Train, Mitch had told him that Mizkif orchestrated a cover up a sexual assault. This part, like Mitch Jones being the person that brings this information to Trainwrecks is the only thing that is just unfortunately not exactly the most reliable, because Mitch Jones says one thing and then he says an entirely different thing in public, and he does this all the time. Like he said he both defended Maya and also said Maya was there to blackmail Adriana on the same fucking broadcast. I'm just saying this because I seek this clout, but that's different. You know, I sought his clout. I was trying to get into the scene in 2019, as everybody knows. Okay. Mitch Jones has made that claim to Train because the conversation that happened between Mizkif, Maya, and himself going to Adriana Lee's house on July 6th before she posted her tweet longer. Somehow those words let Mitch Jones believe that Mizkif orchestrated a cover-up, and he left the need to share that with Train, who at the time disliked Mizkif because he was speaking out against gambling after gambling himself for a month and then changing his mind on the matter. Mitch Jones's feelings towards Mizkif, what the fuck is this?
Like Slick or whatever, because it does make it seem like we were hiding Miz's sexual allegations, which is like, I don't know if you meant to word it like that, but...
No, I worded it in a way where he just hit it. It doesn't read that way at all.
That's bullshit. It does read that way. That's such bullshit. We don't even need additional evidence on the matter because Keemstar read it that way. Plenty of people read it that way. It 100% looked like Mizkif was sexually assaulting multiple women and then sending Mitch Jones and Maya to like blackmail the women that he had sexually assaulted. That's how it read.
It doesn't incriminate Slick at all though, the tweet.
Yeah.
It kind of does, but like only to people that would be in the know. Like anyone that just read that as like a nobody that knows nothing would assume that like we were hiding Miz's sexual assaults. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I clarify underneath.
No. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Regardless, look, you know me, bro. I'm all for this motherfucker going down. But like, the thing is, like, I live here, and like, if he hates me, then I'm out. You know what I mean?
Jesus
and that's just
Christ.
like, that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is,
fucking streamers, bro. Streamers. Anyway,
like, the way you have to see people like Mizkif is.
Verbal confirmation by Mitch that Train gave him 30 grand. Mitch Jones' feelings towards Adriana, considering that he, according to what he said, Train, that she was a victim of a sexual assault that got covered up. Yeah, here's the problem, okay? Look, here's the issue, okay? It low-key doesn't matter what fucking... If we're looking at, like, Slick's involvement, Slick's actions, okay? And if we're looking at Adriana, Mitch Jones is not involved. Mitch Jones or Trainwrecks or what their additional motivations are completely irrelevant to the matter. I hope people understand that. What matters first and foremost is that Adriana came out with a story and that someone who was a serial sexual assaulter and creeper and sexual harasser is now is no longer a part of this community and is no longer being defended. Mitch Jones' feelings towards CrazySlick, considering that according to what he told Train, CrazySlick had sexually assaulted Adriana Lee and got it covered up. Train pretending to be Mitch's friend. I think here's what I'll say. Every single person involved in this is still very much a part of a culture that routinely undermines sexual assault. That's why even a victim of sexual assault herself will feel pressure to not come out about it. That's why even someone who is a victim of sexual assault like Maya is doing the irresponsible thing in that moment and putting herself in a position where she's potentially coercing a victim of sexual assault. And Mitch Jones, Trainwrecks, and everyone else that has like had any level of involvement in this circumstance is unironically 1,000,000%. Don't say including yourself. Suck my fucking cock, you stupid motherfucking piece of shit garbage. My goal and purpose in this, other than to arrive at the actual truth, is to use this as an opportunity to educate motherfuckers so the next time something like this happens, and it's definitely going to happen regardless, okay, that people don't have the same fucking reaction. Anyway, confirmed by Train that he knew the Adriana story at the time of H3 Mizkif and Hasan getting on a call talking about gambling live, which was on July 19th. Confirmed by Train. What the fuck?
Hit for Gamba shit. So like the idea that now it's being dropped just to counter the Gamba shit wouldn't make much sense if you knew that Train has been attacked for Gamba shit for like literally years.
Yeah, and the peak of it, if anyone remembers, was the H3 Hasan and Mizkif coming together with Pokemon and all them. That was the peak. It wasn't the Slicker thing. That was the time where if I wanted to weaponize it, that's when I'd release it, because because it wouldn't only be one individual. It would be all of them that are associated.
I think these are like everyone with the exception of Muda on this call has made numerous YouTube videos about me. This is like the anti-Hasan Avengers over here. This is the Injustice League, man. Holy shit. Talks about a party that's happening during that time she wasn't invited to, the party in question. A party at Mizkif's house with a person who, according to her latest statement, sexually assaulted her and his best friend and owner of the house. Mizkif covered that sexual assault. She says, I'm not invited because of the stupid Slick situation, even though like we resolved it. That's her referring to her own sexual assault that had been covered up by Mizkif as the stupid Slick situation that we resolved. She also states that she is so upset she isn't invited to go to the house. Okay, now this is turning into like Adriana did it for clout. And like she's just mad because she wants clout and she's not getting invited to the parties. Okay, here's what I have to say for the record, okay? I mean, this is like full-blown victim blaming at this point. But like, I don't think that is true. But literally, even if it was, it doesn't matter. Because you can't, like, there's no world in which you're like, well, sexual assault happened, but like this person's a clout chaser. You know what I mean? You can't do, like, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? After Adriana goes live and makes a statement, Maya goes live to tell her side of the story, in which she says the conversation between her, Mizkif, and Mitch was about finding out what actually happened and if they have to remove CrazySlick from their house. This is consistent with what Mizkif has said. This is consistent with what Maya has said. It's the only thing that is inconsistent here is what Mitch Jones said about it, which is backed up by Mizkif's initial response in offline chat. At the point we knew about what happened, what was said about Novaru. In those statements, Novaru says CrazySlick took advantage of a girl. Let me go to a house party where the known person who sexually assaulted me lives. Let me party though. Bro, I don't think you understand. For a person like Adriana and all these other fucking people, being able to go to these events is like a profoundly important networking opportunity. A lot of people are like casting that aside and being like, that's clout, that's clout. But like, this is a very different industry. So let me try to describe it to you. This is like a part of her job almost, okay? She's a streamer. Stop throwing up question marks. It's literally how this works, okay? Like people like myself are so far removed from this. So, and our audiences don't understand it. But if you're fucking small, if you're a small streamer, yes, it is a part of it. She also completely denies any orchestrating by Mizkif and that he only sent them to find out what happened, which completely contradicts what Trainwreck and Adriana now deleted tweets by her. Deleted tweet by her. Wait, what is this?
The worst. So I literally had to say, okay, people were literally assuming the worst. So I literally had to say this statement to essentially save Slick's ass. And I use that term very lightly, but if I didn't say anything, people would literally be assuming the worst of him. And that's not what he did to me. So I literally spoke about the clear.
Yeah, she's talking about like rape. She's like, yeah, I wasn't raped. Yeah, she's saying like what happened at the time. Also, what happened to her at the time was still sexual assault, but her consent, not consent, but rather like her feelings on the matter is what matters in this situation.
The only way we could get more proof is if we had this motherfucking incident on video at this point, because there is no manipulative wording that I have been using. I have clearly said, this is what happened. I'm turning it in. I'm turning in my paper.
This is consistent.
This is how I feel about Nova, because that's awful.
But now they're saying Maya's the one that forced her to say that. No.
So, okay, people were literally assuming the worst. So I literally had to say this statement to essentially save Slick's ass. And I use that term very lightly, but if I didn't say anything, people would literally be assuming the worst of him. And that's not what he did to me. So I literally spoke about the clear-cut proof. The only way we could get more proof is if we had this motherfucking incident on video at this point, because there is no manipulative wording that I have been using. I have clearly said, this is what happened.
This whole tweet longer is from R. Mizkif. Are we going over this biased timeline? I don't know if you've recognized this, but like I've been addressing piece by piece why this is ridiculous. I think people are looking at this and going, Hasan, why are you looking at this? Well, I'm addressing it. I'm countering it. Adriana claims they showed and announced, but Kyle says they knew they were coming. Kyle confirms that from Maya's perspective, her arrival is known by Adriana. Yeah, that stuff was already addressed. Maya says she did not try to blackmail, coerce, or cover up anything, just found out what has happened. Even though Adriana stated in her stream where she told her full story that Maya was making her downplay the entire story, and Maya was the one writing the tweet longer for her. This is what she also says on Destiny's stream after ending her own stream. She says that she wrote the entire tweet longer herself, and Maya only read
So like all 4 or 5 of you were writing.
The fuck? This is just straight up the stream.
So like all 4 or 5 of you were writing this together, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of like I wrote it, and then Maya was like kind of looking over it, and then before we posted it, she read over it again. Kyle pointed out that we changed a couple words that weren't so harsh.
Oh, Hasan is talking to her now.
Was at a party, fell asleep, got touched by CrazySlick.
Yeah.
He was, quote, checking my pulse by touching my neck and chest area.
You fucking freak. Why didn't you come out with this then? Why are they like literally, why are they fucking in this most unhinged way hiding like sexual assault?
Where is her take? Way before the original took longer on the stream of Adriana coming out with her full story, she says this.
Recently figured out and found out, especially without sitting, that it's sexual assault. Because even...
Yeah, she's talking about like the definition.
Well, it's like even, you know, when that stuff happens to you, you don't immediately... Your first reaction is like, that didn't actually happen. Like, it's not as bad as... It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Because like you try to gaslight yourself. So of course you're going to say that at first.
In only hearing word of mouth... Like, I've only heard that screenshot for so long, you know? And for up until we talked about it, it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me, you know, that screenshot that everyone has seen where it's like, oh, just guy with the black dress and paper hair. That whole time,
wait, what?
I was just, oh, by the way, because it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me, you know, that screenshot that everyone...
Bro, you don't really want to go against Kyle at all, huh? Because I don't understand what, like, Kyle's responsibility is in this. It feels like you guys are trying to be like, yo, Kyle is the main fucking like what is he, like the puppet master or something? Somehow what? No, I was saying we shouldn't downplay. What the heck, these chatters, man. Mitch even confirmed that the other night. I don't understand.
Well, he mentioned, I told her that day, I was like, as a woman, if this is your story, you should be able to tell it, right? I was fine.
You should have said, as a woman, I am Maya Higa. I am a woman.
With her, the twit longer, fine, right? She was gonna write a twit longer.
What is this?
Oh, you mean the start of the video? Oh, here.
So like all 4 or 5 of you were writing this together, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of like I wrote it, and then Maya was like kind of looking over it, and then before we posted it, she read over it again. Kyle pointed out that we changed a couple words that weren't so harsh.
Oh, Hasan is...
Yeah, she says, Kyle said, should we change a couple words that aren't so harsh? We just lied to you? Or he said he wants to make it more harsh. The words were not harsh. Should we change those? Should we change a couple words that weren't so harsh?
It happened. Like, it's not as bad as... It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Because like you try to gaslight yourself. So of course you're going to say that at first.
In only hearing word of mouth, like I've only heard that screenshot for so long. You know, and for up until we talked about it, it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me.
How is Maya good but Mizkif bad? Wait, what? No, I think Maya's actions here was bad, okay? It's just a matter of how bad. Started deleting a massive... Okay, now we're getting to the part where why Kyle deleted tweets. Let's take a look. So Barry says he wants to be the next Mizkif and being gross towards Maya. Yeah, Barry on a call with Ice Poseidon, a garbage human being. Like, these are... Bro, I swear to God, everyone involved in this situation after like the original bubble of people gets like worse and worse. It's like an onion, okay? It's like a logarithmic scale of scum fuckery. The further you go away from the main fucking point, it's exponentially worse. Anyway, Barry on a call with Ice Poseidon. I don't even want to like touch this stuff because these guys are fucking gross. On September 20th, the day which Adriana goes live to tell her full story, Kyle and Enna start deleting hundreds of tweets, revealing the relationship between Enna and Barry. Kyle is a cuck. Wait, what? Kyle and his girlfriend Enna and Adriana have started deleting a massive amount of old tweets. Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything? Kyle is dating Enna, who's also dating Barry? Not that this is related to the main subject here, but like, that's kind of odd. But anyway, okay. That's like, why would they have deleted tweets? Better have a good lawyer. Fortunately, I work at a law firm. Wait, what? Wait, this doesn't make him look bad. This makes him look... What? I don't understand. September 19th, 2022. They just said Kyle's a cuck and what? Kyle owns a streamer or personal game from OTK going down. No, man, he doesn't own a fucking streaming org. What? Yeah, dude, Emaru's gonna join Kyle's streaming organization that you just made up in your mind. Barry, tweet of a video of Barry with Anna recorded by what sounds like Kyle but not confirmed. What the fuck is this? I don't even know. Is this gonna be like sex or something?
Oh, hey, Nick. Sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just being so fucking cool. I heard you're turning 30, man. Shit, that sucks. But at least you're...
I don't get it. Saying cover up, she's referring to Trainwrecks, which is an accusation by Tyler Nicknam towards Mizkif of covering up Adriana's sexual assault by blackmail and railroading her. You can make your own mind up about why she would delete a tweet like that. Kyle just wanted to plant some wood. Race me in that Corvette, Kyle. If you help Kyle put that tree into that hole instead of me, I'll let you touch my boob. Yeah, just come move.